Hi, I'm Candace Stone, and today I want to talk to you about how to make a really healthy, whole food, plant-based smoothie in less time. Because I get asked that all the time. They're like, oh, I want to make a really healthy smoothie, but I don't have time in the morning, and I'm with you. So I'm going to show you how to do it really quickly. The idea is to get as much of it done the night before. So we'll just pretend it's nighttime. And what I typically do on all my smoothies is I definitely want to add some seaweed. I know you're like, seaweed, come on. But seaweed is a great source of minerals, and most of us are mineral deficient because our soil is so depleted. So I typically get some wakame flakes, and a teaspoon is probably plenty. Then I also add some hemp seeds. Hemp seeds give me great protein, and this is a great source of also of omega-3s. Not as much as, say, chia, so I'm going to add some chia seeds too. You can also add ground flax, and I say ground because flax seeds have a very hard shell, and if they're not ground up, your body can't absorb all those great omega-3s, so you want to do that. Now, if you did not have hemp seeds, another great way to get protein would be to use some nut butter, almond butter, whatever nut butter that you use, and you can just actually pour it in. So I do that sometimes. Also keep in my pantry some nuts, and so you can use an array of nuts. That can be a great source of protein. And also pumpkin seeds. So today I think I'm going to add some pumpkin seeds and maybe a Brazil nut. Has selenium, it's great for your brain. And also some superfoods. So I'm going to add cacao for energy. Cacao is what all chocolate comes from. It comes from the cacao bean. So instead of it being 70% chocolate, this is 100%. So I just have about a half of a teaspoon here. That's a great source of energy, so it's a great thing to have in the morning. Also, I have about a half a teaspoon of goji berries. Goji berries are an amazing superfood, very high in vitamin C, much higher than strawberries or oranges or blueberries. So this is a great source right there, so put those in. And the last thing I typically add to my smoothies is maca. Now, maca is spelled M-A-C-A. Maca powder is great because it's great for hormone balancing. It's also great for your libido. And it's also great for women who are getting close to menopause or going through menopause at balancing out moods. And so this is a great thing for me. So also, this is the night before, go ahead and add your greens. I've got some parsley, so I'm going to go ahead and put parsley in. If you've got spinach on hand, you can use that. And I'm going to use kale. I usually grab, that's probably enough. And this is what you would put in your fridge the night before. So just close it up. You've got the hard part done. You've washed your greens, you've measured out your ingredients. That part's done. In the morning, all we've got to do is add our liquid and our frozen fruit, and we'll be done. So, till the morning. Okay, so it's the next morning, and we just pull this part out. So we've got all of our superfoods, our healthy fats, our protein is all in there, in our greens. So all that hard part is done. Now all we have to do is add our almond milk or coconut milk, and I just eyeball it, but it's about a cup to a cup and a half that you want to add to get it blended well. And so we're going to get all this blended really well before we add our fruit. So got it plugged in. Okay, now that that's all blended up very well, now it's time to add the fruit. And I typically add low-glycemic blueberries, wild organic blueberries. And low-glycemic is important because we want the sweetness of the fruit, but we don't want to spike our blood sugar because then that sets us up down the wrong path throughout the day. So I'm going to start with just blueberries and see where we are. Maybe add a little banana, frozen banana, just a couple of these, and maybe a couple of dark cherries. And then let's see where we are. And that will make it frozen, make it taste great. So we'll get this all blended. Okay, so now we're ready to taste. So let's see where we are to see if we need to add any more fruit. Let's see. Perfect. But if it was too green for you, then what you would do is add a little more frozen banana, a little more cherries or something like that. If it was too sweet, you'd add more kale, spinach, parsley, any type of green that you want. And If you want more ideas for ingredients to put for all those components that I mentioned, then go to my website on smartforks.com and look for my smoothie making guide. And I break up all the components and give you all kinds of ideas of different things you can put in your smoothie. And that way you never have to have a recipe. You can use what you have on hand to make your own smoothie. So for more great tips, check out smartforks.com. I'm Candace Stone, helping you live your best life.